Very huge.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's me, Tracy B, and you have joined our Whole Food Families event tonight on a Sunday night. We love this event. You're going to hear from some delicious beings tonight who are going to share with you guys our mission around whole foods and the wonderful creation of financial independence and freedom we've created around that with our families running around us. So it's very exciting for us all on here tonight. Welcome to you all. We've got a rock star, Sharon, joining us tonight. Thanks, Sharon. And we've also got 3 people launching tonight, which is a big buzz. So for those of you who are here to support these beautiful souls, we've got Vicky, Megan, and Beck. Thank you so much for taking time out on the Sunday night to join us all. Stay to the end. I promise you will not be disappointed. We've got some beautiful stories and some wonderful testimonials. And yes, we're going from there. So I'm going to throw it over to Julie, who is going to chat with you guys a little bit about kind of what you're here for tonight. Okay, so where are you, Julie girl? Julie, you're going to have to wait.
She just said she'll be back in 1 minute. I think she's ran off to get her products.
There you are. Hi, Jules. Thanks, Shaz. Hi, Jules.
It's actually just sunny in Melbourne, and I had that late, when it's coming into autumn, you get that really bright sun. It was just like glaring right in my face. I couldn't see. So, hi everyone. My name's Julie. Thanks for getting on tonight. As Tracy said, I'm going to talk to you about the amazing program and product that we have that we're going to share with you tonight. So how I came into a business like this, I was actually, as a stay-at-home mum, I have 4 kids. I've got a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and I have twins who are now 2. At the time, they weren't quite 1, and my husband and I owned our own traditional business that we had done for a long time. Now, the problem with having a traditional business is you kind of think that everything's going to be, you're going to have lots of money, you're going to have lots of time freedom, and in reality it wasn't like that. We had a lot of financial stress from people not paying bills at all, people delaying paying bills and a lot of those things. I had the choice of either looking at going back to work after having worked on and off during pregnancies for 10 years. I was very hesitant, especially knowing I was going to have to pay for 2 lots of childcare with twins. It was going to cost me a lot of money. I'd had friends who'd gone back to work and had, once they'd gone in Australia, you get some money subsidised, and once they got back to work, they were only making a very small amount of money. And I thought, that would be really tiring. I was already tired as a busy mum, and I thought, it just wasn't for me. So I was looking at loads of different things I could do. I set up Pinterest files. I thought I was going to make something. I just didn't know quite what. So I put it out to the universe, what should I do? And I came across a post on Facebook from the lovely Kira, and it was about working from home and stolen moments around your family. And I came onto an event very similar to this, and what I was really blown away with was how they were just normal people, and the incredible stories that these mamas were sharing about working around their families and being able to create some amazing improvements in their health and their families. And that's something I was really passionate about. Having 4 kids, it's tough. It was very tough trying to feed my kids vegetables and also wanting to keep them to be really healthy. My mum had suffered from cancer 15 years ago, and having seen her go through that, it wasn't something I want to go through if I can avoid it, and I certainly don't want to see any more people in my family have to go through it. So the program is called the Juicy Body Transformation. This is our guide here. It's an incredible program. It's about creating healthy food cultures in the home. So it's not, I know a lot of diets and things like that I've done in the past have all been around me, and I've had to cook separate meals. I've tried, Weight Watchers, all kinds of things. What I love about the Juicy Body Transformation is it's a lifestyle. It's about creating no deprivation. We have loads of yummy recipes in here with chocolate, raw chocolate, and all kinds of really yummy things in here that actually make you feel like you're not on a diet. Because I think the important thing is when you're dieting, you actually feel like you're missing out. I know that's how it's been for me in the past, having tried just about every single one that was out there. So what I loved about the Juicy Body Transformation was still being able to eat those food, and there's no calorie counting. I always found calorie counting and points counting with Weight Watchers to be so stressful, and go to sleep and have nightmares about what I'd eaten. What I love about the program is that we don't have that, and I cook one meal in my home. My kids love to eat the meals. There's loads of family-friendly things. We have an optional cleanse We also have, we've got several recipe books now. For people who have a Thermomix, we have a Thermomix or a mixer's guide. We also have a shred program for people who really want to accelerate their weight loss fast. We even have a gourmet cleanse in here, which is incredible. And one of my favorite recipes in the gourmet cleanse is actually a satay, and it's so delicious. It definitely doesn't feel like I'm on a diet when I'm eating that. The amazing thing about the Juicy Body Transformation is we're noticing people are getting loads of amazing results. People are reducing their diabetes, reducing medications in some cases. Skin conditions are clearing up, like eczema and psoriasis. Just loads of amazing stories. And the product, we actually have a product behind the Juicy Body Transformation. It's a nutritional product. You may have heard of it being called Magic Beans or something similar. This is called Juicy Beans. This is called Juice Plus. And it's the nutritional product that we choose to support our program. The reason being is that Juice Plus has actually been around for over 25 years now. It's really different to an ordinary supplement or something you might find in a vitamin store. It's actually made from real fruits, vegetables, and berries. Now, what I love about it is when you read the label, it doesn't just say vitamin A, vitamin C, or 26 different vitamins. It lists all the different fruits or vegetables in there. So as an example, on the fruit one, we've got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, cherry, and date. Now, the interesting thing about fruit and vegetables is that they actually don't just have one vitamin in them. They have thousands and thousands of phytonutrients in them. So when you eat a whole apple, what you get is all of those phytonutrients. When you have a synthetic vitamin, what you would notice when you take it, you might notice you get that bright yellow disco wee. I know that's what used to happen to me when I took multivitamins. With Juice Plus, you don't get any of that. So it's actually bioavailable as well. So it goes straight into your bloodstream. So it's absorbed within, I think, something like 3 to 5 minutes. The amazing thing about it is they don't actually look anything like a vitamin pill that you buy in the shop that's really hard. They're actually very, very soft powders inside the capsules. That's what they look like there. The incredible thing about Juice Plus, and the thing that really impressed me, is that they're non-GMO, they're no pesticides or pesticide and herbicide free. And how are they made? So they're actually made by a proprietary juicing process. So they put into a massive blender, so with the skin and the pips and the whole fruit or vegetable, and then they're blended together. And then at the same time, after they've done that, they actually dry it, and at the same time, the water comes out. And when the water comes out, the sugar comes out. And the cool thing about that, when the sugar comes out, it means these kind of things are safe for people with diabetes. And also, I know I've had FODMAP intolerances in the past, and a lot of people I know found with FODMAP intolerances, because they can't have the sugar, they seem to be okay with stuff like this as well, which is awesome. The other thing about Juice Plus is there's a massive amount of research behind it. And one of the things that I love about it is there's, I think, now over 30 different studies. And one of the studies that I love actually clears up what people think, well, why don't I just eat more fruits and vegetables? Well, the problem is these days is the way that fruits and vegetables are grown is that a lot of the time they're grown they're picked months in advance, put into cold storage, and sprayed with lots of different chemicals to ripen them before they go onto supermarket shelves. These are picked within so many hours of actually going through our blending process. So you're getting a really high quality. With the studies, what happened, one of the studies I particularly loved was one about women with ovarian cancer. What they did in one group, they put them on 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, and the other group they put with 5 servings, and to bridge the gap with Juice Plus. And what they noticed at the end of the research was that the same inflammation markers were reduced in both groups. So what it proved is that Juice Plus really does bridge the gap between what you do eat and what you should eat. Because let's face it, I know as a busy mum, it's really, really hard to eat as much as I can out of a rainbow every day. And I really do try hard, but some days it's not that easy. And I love that I can take this and know that every single day I'm being consistent, because I think that's the most important thing with your health, is being consistent every day. And this is a great way to be consistent. The other thing about Juice Plus is we also have an incredible company behind it. Everyone calls it the company with a heart. And that's because we actually have a worldwide children's health study where we sponsor kids for free. This is the Juice Plus Kids Choose. My kids absolutely love these. In fact, one of them just came down before and helped himself to some. The good thing is they're not high in sugar or anything. This is what they look like. They're a little gummy. This is a fruit one. And the veggie ones have got things like carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, beet, parsley, spinach, things like that, I would struggle to get my kids to eat otherwise. So I know that, every day I'm helping them to bridge the gap as well, which is awesome. Yes, Leo, you can have, we can have some. He's try to have some more. But so the awesome thing about it is the results that we get. So in the Children's Health Study, there's over 1 million children worldwide that are on it. And what we've noticed is kids are having less days off school. Kids are actually choosing to eat more fruits and vegetables. And some amazing results. My son Leo's 9, has had eczema for a really long time. And just before he was about to start the chews, we've been told by his doctor to hit his eczema really hard with some hydrocortisone cream. Now that was a terrible, that for me, that was something that I really hated to put on his skin, because I knew it was, what the side effects were, and you could only use it for a couple of days at a time. Now when Leo started Juice Plus, within 2 weeks, he had eczema beside his eyes, and the eczema disappeared. Within a couple of months, the eczema in his elbows and behind the back of his knees were gone. Now, the really cool thing about this is I know that it really helped, because at Christmas time, we ran out of chews for 5 weeks, and Leo's eczema flared up. And as soon as he started back on the chews again, it started to go. So, for that alone, I'll continue to have my family take it, because I think I spent so much money on eczema creams. The other thing that people notice, that's the children's one, and children's can also, if they're older, can get capsules as well. The children is between ages of 4 to 18. The awesome thing about the products, you're going to hear from a couple of other people about some of the results that they've had. But for myself, as a busy mum, and I was breastfeeding at the time, that I started the program. So I love that the program's safe for breastfeeding mums. It's safe for pregnant mums. There's no warning labels on there, just real ingredients. So that's quite refreshing when you're a mama and you're looking to lose a little bit of weight. I noticed that I had this brain fog, and I just thought it was never going to clear. I thought it was something that, I don't know, if I had a good night's sleep for maybe a month or a year, I might start to be able to think clearly. And what I noticed within a few days was that I was able to think more clearly. And within a month or so, I noticed that my energy levels were much better. I wasn't laying on the couch in the afternoon thinking, oh my God, how am I going to get through dinner and have enough energy? They give me loads of energy, way better than coffee. And much more sustainable as well. So that's just one of the results that I've had with it. I've also lost 14 kilos. My husband came from a background in a family that had completely different eating habits to me, and that was one of the reasons why I chose to do a business like this, because I really wanted to impact my whole family, my kids and my husband and myself. And my husband's lost over 25 kilos now, and this year his goal is to get under 100 kilos, which is something he hasn't been, I think, since he was under the age of 20. So that's something that's really inspiring for me. And I see it as a bit of an insurance policy for us. Anyway, I'm just going to pass it on to one of the other lovely ladies, which is Deb, I think. She's going to share with us a little bit about her product story, which is amazing. And I know it's made a huge difference in people I know's lives just hearing about what's happened with Debbie. So Debbie, where are you? I think Tracy's going to spotlight you. Hey, hun. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how long you've been taking it and what amazing results you've had?
Yeah, no worries, Julie. Thank you. So I was introduced to Juice Plus in January last year after I pretty much hit rock bottom. I'd pulled a muscle in my spine, and that pretty much made me bedridden. I couldn't bend at all, so I was pretty much, I lost my job that day, couldn't get around anymore. I'd pretty much hit the bottom of the health scale, I guess. What led me to that was about 5 years previous, I had several surgeries, gallbladder, hysterectomy, and I contracted the Ross River virus in the middle of all that, and that it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It was one thing after the other, and my body never really recovered. That was all within a period of about 22 months. So after my last surgery, it took me about 10 weeks later, I was still trying to find my feet. And yeah, 3 years later, I was really still struggling. So with my health at an all-time low, with severe depression, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, depression to the point where about 2 years ago I attempted suicide. Thank God I never succeeded at that. But yeah, I just couldn't get my shit together again, just for being completely honest. Lifting a 2-litre bottle of milk, I lost all my muscle tone because it was over a long period of time that I was unwell for so long. Lifting a 2-litre bottle of milk to make a cup of coffee, I had to put it down straight away because I just wasn't strong enough anymore. So I was introduced to Juice Plus by a gorgeous friend. She's on this call at the moment. Her name's Sharon. And it just made sense. I didn't look into it. I was very ignorant at the time. I just lost everything. And I thought, well, what the hell? It made sense. It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. How can I go wrong? So I started the program. And one thing Julie was actually saying before, one of the biggest things that I got straight up was my energy levels lifted, which made me want to get up. My brain fog disappeared completely. My depression, I haven't taken my antidepressants now for 12 months, although I used to carry the little tab around in my car. I used to carry it just where you put your sunglasses for quite a while because I wasn't completely 100% sure that, it's not a good thing to cut off medications suddenly, but I've never needed them. I have to say that about 2 weeks ago, after feeling so much, I've gone from size 20 to size 16. And then about 2 weeks ago, I found myself in a lot of pain again. And it was something, I've been explained to that it was something that most women go through at my age, because apparently at this age you start going through the change. But I didn't want to let go of it. So not a lot of you girls know about this, but about 10 days ago, I found myself undergoing urgent surgery again. And it's something that absolutely terrified me because, sorry, I wasn't going to get emotional. But after what I'd suffered previous to finding this amazing product, I never thought that I would ever survive another surgery because of the difficulty that I underwent trying to recover from it. I have to tell you that now I'm on day 10 and I've already reduced my painkillers because I hate what it does to my brain. Throughout the entire process, through the surgery, I stayed on tap. I was able to, the brain fog, yeah? I was able to talk to the doctors. I went in as an oncology patient. They thought I had ovarian cancer. They were pretty much sure that I had ovarian cancer. It was hemorrhaging on the inside. I'd love to say to every one of you that there was no sign of cancer whatsoever. However, they did remove it. It was after all of the surgeries and the problems that I had during the other surgeries, I've got a lot of adhesions, so that was a very difficult surgery, having to cut things away and they couldn't retrieve it, so they had to perform another procedure. I don't really understand the whole thing. But now on day 10, I've reduced my medications. I don't think I've even taken a Panadol in the last 24 hours because I don't like the way it makes me feel. I have energy. I've been shopping today. I'm getting around. And my brain is still normal. And I've got energy. I've cooked dinner for the guys here tonight. I'm staying in a house in Perth. And I've doubled up on my products every single day. And it has just supported my recovery through the whole process. I am completely blown away by how this product has actually helped me and supported my body through this yet another surgery. So yeah, that's another little piece to my story. And I can't express to you guys enough how much this has changed my life. I will never stop taking it. It's part of my daily routine. And yeah, that's me for now. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Debbie. That's so awesome. And I know you've personally helped a customer of mine who had fibromyalgia from hearing your story, and she now can run. So I think that's pretty awesome that you can actually make a difference for people that you don't know. The other thing other product we have is a thing called Juice Plus Complete. It's an amazing whole food powder. Now, when I first found out about this, I was like, I don't do protein drinks. I'm not really into it, but I'll get some for my husband. This is my last packet in my house. We can't get enough of this stuff. Even every time I have one, my twins are like raving. They're like, "Mummy, shake, shake." And it's really not a shake. It's so much more than that. It's an incredible booster. and a massive upgrade for me from what breakfast used to be. That was if I'd skip in the mornings, I'd be so busy taking the kids to school, I'd either skip it, wouldn't have breakfast until later in the morning, or I would end up having just a piece of toast or one piece of fruit. These are a great mix of the best carbs, fats and proteins. We've got amazing ingredients here like pea protein, broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts. There is spirulina, pumpkin powder, and I think there's about 20 different superfoods and 8 different vegetables in here. And we have one of the ingredients is mushroom powder. The awesome thing about mushrooms is they're the only plant-based source of vitamin D. And a lot of people are vitamin D deficient these days, and the only way that seems to be recommended to boost it is to take a supplement. But in a plant-based form, in a food-based form like this, it's a great way to get straight into your body. And the other ingredient that we have in this is niacin, which is a natural mood booster. And I know myself, having suffered from anxiety and depression with postnatal depression after my second son was born, with the capsules and with these shakes, I definitely find that my moods are way more balanced. You can boost that. You can have these alone or with water, with almond milk, any sort of non-dairy milk, or you might choose to boost a smoothie. We love having smoothies in my place with bananas, lime, avocado and spinach in them. So, and they're really delicious. Now, the next person I'm going to go to is Vicky, and Vicky's going to share with us her story, and she's also launching her business tonight. So Vicky, I think Tracy's going to find you, and then we'd love you to share a little bit about what you're excited, what you love about the products, what results you've had, and yeah. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Julie. I've got a couple of notes in case I go off track and get nervous. So about 8 months ago, my daughter introduced me into the Juice Plus. That was to help me improve my health. A couple of years ago, I'd changed jobs from standing on my feet all day to sitting down, mostly office work, as well as a 2-hour drive per day. So I was coming home from work after sitting all day and being exhausted and just collapsing on the lounge. I tried walking, but I had really sore feet. I got an autoimmune disease. But yeah, so my feet would be really sore. I'd try for about 20 minutes to walk, and by the time I come back, I'd collapse on the lounge, and I just wouldn't do it anymore. So about 2 weeks after going on the Juice Plus, I started walking, and I found I could walk for 45 minutes to an hour, and I'd come back and I wasn't exhausted or anything. It's just that I had to get ready for work. And then I began to notice that my feet weren't sore at all. So I was really stoked about that, as well as helped me with my sleeping. I wasn't getting up 4 or 5 times in the night to go to the toilet. And stopped my sugar craving. So before I took Juice Plus, I was really into eating unhealthy, lots of sugary foods and chips. And since I've been on the Juice Plus, that's stopped my cravings. So that's been wonderful. The other thing is, like I was feeling, it does help with your moods, less stressed at work. My job's very stressful. And I suppose what got me into the business side of it, besides loving the product and the benefits from it, is last year I had to sell my home because of financial trouble and downsized. And when I looked at the future, I just realised that I could never give up work, that I'd have to keep working forever, until I realised the benefits of this. So my vision is to help other women like myself gain financial freedom and not have to live a life of just getting by like on a pension. So, you know, we all do the hard yards raising a family. Most of us have little or no super. And then, you know, we're supposed to retire on a pension. So that's my vision, and I hope to help lots of women in the future. So thanks. And I tried not to get emotional.
Thanks so much, Vicky. What a beautiful share. I think, did we have a few tears with that one? Because Vicky hit it on the nail. There are a lot of people that are coming into that whole, not having a pension and not seeing the next 5 to 10 years as being financially secure and independent. And I think Vicky, you're on the right track. You're definitely in the right team and the right business. And the beautiful thing about this whole crew that you're seeing tonight and behind the scenes is we love, help, and inspire everyone. No one gets left behind. If you want something, we are here to help and uplift and inspire every single one of you. So thanks so much, Vicky, for being vulnerable, for sharing that. It's not easy to share that. And yeah, I'm so stoked that you're in our little bubble, because I can see so many beautiful things for you. And I had the pleasure of meeting Vicky a few months ago, and she's so yummy. So love you. Best of luck. And yeah, can't wait to see you shine. So my name's Tracy B. I'm going to share with you guys, there is a business behind the beautiful product. And Vicky shared a little bit about that. She wants to help and inspire women to get out of the rut that they could be in looking into the future. And it was the same for me. I fell in love with the product. It just spoke magnitudes to me. And as soon as I started taking the product, my skin started glowing. I had loads of energy, and everybody wanted a part of that. So it was an easy share. The person who introduced me to this, who was Kira, who also created the Juicy Body Transformation Program, I reached out to her and said, okay, I know there's a business. Tell me what it is, because I want to help as many people as I can get on this product. And when her and her husband, Adam, showed me the business plan, it looked like a pyramid scheme, and I freaked out. And I only freaked out because I thought it was a pyramid scheme. But to be honest, I didn't even know what a pyramid scheme was. I just heard in the past that you don't want to do them. They're really bad, blah, blah, blah. And when I Googled it, it actually was nothing like a pyramid scheme at all. So it was like, well, pyramid schemes were made illegal in the 70s, and I was born then. It was a very long time. So it was like, okay, it's definitely not a pyramid scheme. But I'm going to do a really quick drawing for you guys. If you guys go to Kmart, Woolies, can you see that? There's so much sun in my lounge room. Kmart, Woolies, Coles, all of them are a pyramid scheme. Now at the top, you've got the CEO, you've got the boss, yeah, and he tells all these people what to do. You've got your managers, your district managers, you've got what are they? The other managers. You've got loads of different managers, and then here at the bottom, you've got your checkout chicks or your checkout dudes, and there's always a Julie down there. Not a Julie. Sorry, there is a Julie. Sorry, Julie. There's a Julie in there. Right now, the story goes, it's really hard for Julie to actually get to a CEO position. If she does get to any position, it's probably the next role up. But in order for Julie to get to that role, she's going to have to step over a lot of people and prove herself the best and blah, 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 blah. And once she gets up to this role, she's going to have a few more hours on her hourly, weekly thing going on, and maybe a couple of dollars more. But at the end of the day, Julie's doing more work. She's only getting $2 more, and she's probably lost a couple of friends along the way. She might get up to this managerial role, but again, there's more work for her, and there's not a lot of pay going on either, and she's probably taking work home. And let's face it, like I said before, she's not getting up to CEO. And if you can see the CEO up there, he's up there all by himself. That's not fun at all. So here at Juice Plus and how we rock and roll, we actually go upside down. Everyone that comes into this business comes in at the bottom, and it's not that bad, by the way. It's called a virtual franchisee. And I don't care if you're a CEO of a company. I don't care if you're the government. I don't care if you're the prime minister or you are Donald Trump. You start at the bottom. And the coolest thing about this is to get to the top, which is the NMD. There's all these different levels up here. But can you see how much space there is to fit everyone? There's lots of space. Now, the coolest thing, and this is why I said, Vicky's in the right crew, because we cannot get to any of these levels, none of them at all, unless we help, love, and inspire one another. So that means if anyone joins our tribes today, we can make it to each level by pulling them up with us. No one gets there without being a really nice person. You have to be a nice person. You have to want to help as many people as you can get what they want, and then we all climb the ladder together. Now, the coolest thing about this, as opposed to the other pyramid where there's only one CEO up there, we can have loads of CEOs up there. And believe me, in this team, there are shitloads up there, all up there having a good time and having a big fat party. So that's what I loved about this whole business model when I looked at it. It wasn't, someone at the top just making all the money and having a party up there by themselves. You cannot get up there unless you're a nice, loving, kind, generous person. And let's face it, that's how the world should be. I think that as society, we've strayed so far away and we're not helping one another. And that's what I love about this community. You can see there's 28 of us on here tonight, and we're all here to love, help, and inspire one another to achieve our goals. Vicky wants to help people like herself who are in a rut. I want to help people in the same rut. I've been in traditional business for 13 years, living day to day, month to month, week to week, and I just couldn't see anything past 5 years. I was like, Vicky, I'm going to be working till I'm 80. And that's not cool. And there's got to be a better way. And I found it, and it suits really good, and it's not a pyramid scheme. So that's awesome. So just in case you're wondering if it is a pyramid scheme, it's so not. It's not. It's actually a big, fat, happy bubble where everybody has fun. Everybody helps one another. There's loads of support going on in the background. And like I said, no one gets left behind. Okay, so that's my part. Now I'm going to pass it on to, we've got another launcher tonight. Now, Megan, where are you, Megan? Lovely lady. Wave your hands in the air. Hey, Megs. Megs is launching her business tonight. Now, guys, this is a big deal, and it's not easy. I launched my business 2 years ago, and I was so nervous. But, so a big ups and hands clapping for Megan. Thanks, Megan. Babe, I'm going to get you to, yeah, you're welcome, darling. I'm so stoked to have you on our event tonight. I want you to share with us what Juice Plus has done for you, where you were before Juice Plus, and what you're excited about for the future. Take it away, babe.
Yeah, cool. So I found out about Juice Plus actually just recently at the start of the month through Mags, who's also on here tonight. She put a post in a networking group that I'm a part of on Facebook. So initially I was attracted to it because of the flexibility that it offers and the opportunities that are available. And then after researching further into it and finding out, about the product and what it's done for people and what it can do for people is quite amazing. I'm taking the product myself now for almost 2 weeks. And since then, I have more energy already. Friday morning was the first time I woke up and I wasn't feeling drained from the work week. And I've been sleeping through the night, which is a big thing for me because I usually wake up 2 or 3 times during the night. Also, I have a lot more mental clarity at work as well. So I'm excited for what's ahead.
That's so awesome. Thanks for sharing, Megan, and best of luck in the future. I can't wait to see you shine, shine, shine. You're so in the right place. So in the right place if you want to shine.
Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah, you're welcome, honey. So that's beautiful, Megan. Now I'm going to pass it over to my delicious friend, Emma, who, again, like I said before, this whole vibe has the most amazing support and inspiration and love, but above all, we get to meet and, hang out with some pretty cool people, whether it be cyber world or whatever. But Emma's one of the delicious people that I've met through this business. Actually, everyone that's sharing tonight I've met, and I think, that beats everything, having a community of like minds to hang out with. So Emma's going to share with you some pretty cool stuff about the business and what it's done for her and her delicious family. And I'll find you and wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Hey, baby.
Hello. Thank you, everyone, for jumping on tonight. As Tracy said, my name's Emma. I've been part of the Juice Plus family now for a year, and I got to tell you it's definitely the best decision I've ever made for myself and my family. I'd also like to say congratulations to all the amazing launchers for launching their business tonight. And I actually get the pleasure of being able to launch one of my very own teamies, who is Beck, and she is going to launch her business. So Beck, can you take yourself off mute, and Tracy's going to spotlight you. So Beck, are you able to tell us where you were before Juice Plus, what it's done for you, and what you're excited about?
Hey everyone, so my name's Beck. I'm a mum of 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl, and before Juice Plus came into my life, I was just that typical zombie mum. I had no energy. I've got 2 very, very energetic children that, you know, I was just running around with all the time every day, and yeah, I thought, you know, I was eating healthy, so I thought I was fine, but I started to get in a bit of a rut, and I just every day was just getting, oh my gosh, another day I've got to, find the energy from somewhere to, look after these kids and run around after them. So I actually was introduced to Juice Plus by Emma. Initially I said no, because I thought it was just another one of those things. So I just no straight away, didn't even want to know about it. But again, I just kept, nothing, no energy, and just feeling really exhausted and flat all the time. And then she kind of kept in contact with me, and then I kept seeing things pop up on Facebook, and I eventually said to her, I really want to try this product, because I really, I want this energy, and, and it was everything I was about, there was no nasties or no synthetic things or anything in these fruit and veggie caps, so which is what I'm all about. I don't even like taking a Nurofen when I've got a headache. So this was everything I was about. So I didn't even know about the business as well. So I joined the business because I wanted to get the products for cheaper. I had no idea what I was doing or what I was getting into, or I wasn't business minded or anything like that. But I was desperate for money. We were financially desperate for me to go back to work, which is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay at home with my kids until they went to school. And then when that when that became a reality that I had to go back to work, I became really anxious. And so I just reached back out to Emma and I said, look, what do I got to do? Please help me. I want this product, and I just need help. So yeah, I just started that day not knowing what I was getting into. I didn't even know you could get products for the kids, but I got them straight away when I got my products. So we've all been on them for about 4 months now, and I've just noticed my energy levels are increased. I'm sleeping so much better. My hair is finally growing. And my kids are actually, we never had any real big health issues anyways, but it's just, I thought I was eating healthy before, but now I realize, what healthy eating actually feels like, and it feels really good. And my kids are actually reaching for all the raw, fruits and veggies from the fridge, which is awesome. And they just, there's so much karma on these chews, these fruit and veggie chews, and so we've actually run out of them at the moment, so I'm like waiting for the next lot to come in. So with the business side, I just could not be more excited, because where I can go with this and who I can help with this, because I've just completely changed as a person. As I was becoming flat with my, with being a mama, staying at home and, not getting out of the house, I was becoming very depressed and just flat as a person, and felt like I really had nothing left to give anyone or myself. But this business and this community of women have just raised me up and helped me get me back. And I just love being able to share myself with everyone again. So yeah, I'm just so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Beck. You're going to make me well up for the second time tonight, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me. and you know, you're shining so bright, beautiful. But I'm going to summarize quickly. So very quickly, as I said, I've been in the Juice Plus family for a year now. I basically stay-at-home mama, lost myself in that role, didn't really want to go back to work, as Beck just shared, had a lot of anxiety around that. Guess I was looking for something. We sort of decided that we kind of wanted me to be at home with the son, but didn't really know how that was all going to pan out. We made a massive decision to move from Brisbane to Darwin to be together as a family. I didn't know a soul here aside from my husband. So a business like this was completely out of my comfort zone. And to be honest, all I could think of was, oh my God, how am I going to do this business? I don't know a soul. I don't know anybody here, but I thought the product sounded amazing. And my husband was sitting there going, oh, you're not one of those people, you won't be able to do this. So I was like, all right, I'll show you. So I started doing the business, and I started to basically just share my story on Facebook, and that's how I sort of started to generate it. And no, I wasn't running around hunting all my friends or anything like that. Like, Beck and I have become great friends, but it's only through this business. We knew each other as acquaintances through boot camp. And I just reached out to her because I knew she was a mama. And in fact, I've only really got one very close friend in my team, and my mum, both for different reasons, joined my team. So, you know, you definitely don't have to know a lot of people, and you don't have to run around and try and convince people to join your business. So I just wanted to quickly sort of show you what it can look like, and then I'm going to pass over to our amazing rock star, Sharon, who's going to finish us off for the evening. And thank you so much, everybody, for staying on. I know we've gone well over our half an hour that we promised you, but we just had too many awesome stories that we just couldn't not share them all. So when I started in this business, I started out as myself, obviously, and then I reached out to an acquaintance called Sarah, who was a single mama, and I thought could do with bit of extra income, and I knew she had some digestive struggles, sort of a bit of an IBS sufferer, so I thought the product might be amazing for her. And yep, she jumped on board. She thought it sounded amazing, so that was really cool. She got her friend Monica on board, who was a mama with basically needing to go on maternity leave. She just was about to have a baby, so that really helped her. My mum jumped on the product. She's celiac, and she started to get some really awesome results, so she decided she wanted to share it with a few people. So she did. So my mum Kate, so she shared it with a couple of people. My friend Nicole reached out to me, and Nicole obviously got her mum on board, Vicky, and then another girl called Madison reached out to Nicole, and then, you know, over time, you know, it's just sort of started to grow kind of organically, just through sharing my story and reaching out to the odd person I think might be interested, and just letting it go from there. But I certainly, you know, as we've shared, it's really a teach the teach business. We don't run around and chase people. We just share our story, and then people join, because who doesn't want to look better, feel better, and earn an amazing income while doing that? So I am now going to pass it over to the amazing Sharon, who is going to finish us off this evening with her incredible story. So thank you.
With my incredible story, you girls have all made me cry so many times tonight. I love it. And it seriously, one, from my heart to all of you, thank you so much for having me on here. From me, prior to Juice Plus, I was a 5-time world champion boxer. So as you can imagine, everything I did was an individual sport. So everything was just, everyone relied on me. I had to train, I had to win the fight, I had to do everything. And after that, I fell pregnant, had 4 gorgeous little boys. They're still little. They're like, I've got twins that are 9, a 7-year-old with Down syndrome and a heart condition, and a 5-year-old just about to turn 6. And I homeschool my kids. I never wanted to be that mum that, I tried daycare, it lasted one day. I just never wanted to be that mum that missed out on magical moments. And I always wanted to create a business, and I knew, even when I went back to America a couple of years ago with my kids, to get back in the ring and compete, to show women over 40 that you can do anything you want. I trained with Roy Jones Jr. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's incredible. He's won world titles in like 10 different weight divisions. Now, I was the only woman that's ever trained with him, but when I'm in there training, I'm like, all of a sudden I have this moment of clarity, like, holy cow, I'm not here anymore to hurt women or fight women. I'm here to empower and inspire them. And I can't get back in the ring again, even though I was a 5-time world champion boxer and that's what I've done all my life. I was like, I just can't do this. I need to find a way to make a difference. And I was like, I've got to start a business, but I had, I was exhausted. I had 4 kids. I had brain fog. I had back pain, knee pain, plantar fasciitis. So when someone talks to me about sore feet, can't walk, that was me. I've gone from having to live in thongs back into stilettos, which I love. So just from my family, from our health perspective, we have all completely changed. Probably what I love most is that we've probably added, thanks to Juice Plus, about an extra 5 to 10 years onto the life of my parents. Who my dad now, as a German, like as a Hungarian, sorry, not German, but is meat and potatoes man, walks out and says to me, I want an organic apple. I'm like, you don't even believe organic is real. And he's like, I want an organic apple. Don't argue with me. But like, I look at the difference in my parents over the last, we've been on the products nearly 2 years now, and I just look at them now and just think, oh my God, my kid's going to get to enjoy you for so much longer, and so am I, and I'm not going to cry. And for me, when I've come from a sport where everything was about me to come into a family, right, where I get to meet all you incredible women as well and get to work side by side with all of you. Like, this business, definitely, it's love in a bubble. Like Tracy says, no one lets you go. You're never left behind. And it's disguised as what they call a business. If I'm telling you, ladies, if you're looking for a place to call the family outside of your real family, if you're looking for a place to like spend your days with and grow personally and become that amazing, incredible woman that you've always wanted to be, this is the family for you. Let me tell you, I mean, the support I got on day one, like I was going somewhere and I had to pick up, somebody said to me, just go and pick up a sign from Linda. Like Linda Evenden is like a Juice Plus. She calls herself Glinda, like a Juice Plus godmother. She's been in the business 8 years, but I turned up at her house, her and her husband come out of the car. I had no idea who she was, apart from she was like the amazing woman that has led us all here in Australia. She's handed me over all these signs that are worth, $500-$600 each. She's met all my kids, they're all shaking hands, and they're hugging my kids. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a part of a family that I didn't even know existed. So for me to be able to inspire and empower women, and like when I hear Debbie's story, it makes me cry, but to work with so many women and see all of us start off, like I was flat broke when I started with Juice Plus. I was living on a carer's pension because my son's got a Down syndrome and a heart condition. And I was just like, I was beyond zombie mum. Like I was going back to sleep before I even woke up. So, to say this has completely changed our life. Now I reached the highest pinnacle of the business, NMD, within 16 months. And trust me, ladies, it wasn't because I was a world champion, because everyone I spoke to just said, Sharon, we don't have your work ethic. We can't do what you do. There is no way we can do a business like this or do what you do. And I'm like, oh my God. So I just had to take a step back and just slip into the system and follow what everybody else did. And that's when I've just reconnected with so many girls from school and so many women that I've never even met before. I've got a gorgeous lady on here that I met last week where I did win a $5,000 diamond ring while I was supporting domestic violence, which is pretty awesome. Whatever you manifest, you can get. But yeah, so Gwen has jumped on the call, and this was like 5 minutes before we were coming on. So you just never know who you get to share with, who gets to hear our stories. And yeah, I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for the business, and I'm more grateful for all of you amazing women being a part of my life. Oh, you want to see the ring? Do you want me to grab it?
Yes.
Yes.
Hurry up. Who doesn't want to see it? How amazing was that story? And guys, just to let you know, there's so many other stories just like Sharon's in this team and around. So hold on to your seats. Here we go.
So I'm going to show you first, because the ticket was like $50. I ended up buying 3. Like I spent quite a bit of money. Even though I knew I already had the winning ticket, I was like, after I watched the video, I was like, no, I'm buying 2 more, right? They were $50 a pop. But I also got to buy my mum this gorgeous, it's worth $500, and I got it for $250 in the auction. Now, if I wasn't on Juice Plus, I'm telling you what, I wouldn't have been buying anything. But here is the gorgeous diamond ring. Well, I'm maybe going to take it out of the box.
You got to put it on, Sharon.
I know. I've got to go and get it resized. I've got to get it resized.
Thanks, Juice Plus.
It's beautiful. No, I love Juice Plus.
Thanks so much for sharing, and thanks so much for showing off. We love that. Love that, Sharon. So everyone, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Thanks, Sharon. We love your story. We love your vibe on our event from now on. Whoop! Pretty lucky. Congratulations
Yeah,
to
I'm
all
really
our
excited.
beautiful girls who launched tonight. Honestly, like, I look forward to seeing you guys grow and shine and just become, you know, the biggest, shiniest star you could ever be and what you were born to be. So just to let you guys know, that's Ruby. We do this event every Sunday night. So if you have watched this and you're like, man, I want a piece of that, reach out to the person who sent you the link for this event and get your questions answered. And if you know of someone else who would just love what's going on in this bubble, send them the link to this event and come along next Sunday and you will not be disappointed. Okay, so thanks heaps for coming. Go along on your Sunday night and be with your family and hug everyone and love everyone, and we'll see you again next week. I'm going to take you off mute so you can all say bye. Hang on.
Bye, Sharon.
Bye,
Bye, Tracy.
everyone.
Bye, babe. Bye, everyone.
Love
Bye,
you,
everyone.
You guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome.
You're all amazing. Thank you,
Bye.
Chacha.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Tracy, go feed the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cat time. Meow.